in the floor. Okay, so we are being recorded. Okay, so thanks so much again. A little bit of, I'm very apologetic. So we are sorry for this workshop had to be postponed because of some beautiful but unexpected news from my side last year. So my daughter decided to came to this wall a little bit earlier. So this is why we had to postpone this workshop now. So, but anyway, thank you. Thanks so much for staying with us and your interest with the project. So basically, I'm gonna go through quickly to the objectives of this workshop during this introductory session. As you can see, we really want to work on two main, let's say, spheres. The first one is to start working with this manuscript about identifying top priority questions of past socio-environmental systems in the Global South. This is a follow-up exercise that we started in July during the last INCUA Congress. Some of you attended the workshop. So we're going to follow a little bit of the same dynamics, splitting up by topic, but also by subregion in the Global South. Charlotte will speak in more detail about this session later. We also want to, the second, let's say, sphere of let's say, action is to really do the synthesis or start thinking about how we can synthesize different types of data sets, specifically and focusing on the archaeological type of data sets. So we all know how more or less to deal with the biophysical components of paleoclimate and paleoecology, time series, multivariate in nature, but we still have challenges in bringing in the archaeology, the archaeological based type of data set. So this is the second, let's say, main focus of this workshop, and we have allocated a specific session for that later during the day. And of course, another big objective is to agree to get a collective agreement, so to speak, among us and with the group and whoever is interested to keep going, keep up in the project to about the timeline and commitments and tasks after the workshop to get these objectives accomplished in a doable timeline and a doable schedule. And so I hope that by now you all guys have this the program, and we're gonna run through 3 different days. Today we're gonna touch base on the top priority questions. Then we're gonna jump into the archaeology data session, and in the afternoon we're gonna do so we decided to kind of do a mini within the workshop, a mini versions of the workshop, specifically focusing on 2 big subregions, which we thought were kind of exemplified with the participants that joined this workshop: Americas and Asia, Pacific, African. So it's a big subregion where we need to refine the focus, but this is gonna be the second day. So of course, those who are not, let's say, of course, everybody is welcome to be and participate, but of course, you don't need to be in this region-specific sessions if you cannot or you don't want to be. So just to make sure that everybody knows the agenda and people, the Zoom room will be open and people can jump in and log off at any time. And some logistics. Well, the Zoom room, the meeting is being recorded. It's not going to be recorded. It's now recorded. And we also have set up a Slack channel. I don't know if people use Slack, but we think it could be interesting for keeping up these discussions and more importantly, after the workshop, to advance into development of this manuscript and other activities. And important is also this Google Jamboard. This is going to be like a test for us because, or at least for me, I never use it, but is a tool by Google that can kind of spice up the breakout activities. So it's a sticky note based software in which people can interact and post questions and comments specifically for the breakout group session. And also something that could be interesting is during the breakout, if people can take notes or one participant responsible for their subregion, or during the discussion, it's important that people take notes and get later a collective document, because we, the coordinators, have to, to press many different buttons at the end, and we can forget some important things. So yeah, just if people are okay taking notes, that would be wonderful. And so unless there is no questions about the logistics or anything related to this, and I hope you guys can hear me well, although the room seems a little empty with the voice, so it's okay, I guess. A little bit of introduction for those who, I think everybody here in the room, as long as I recognize your names and your faces, you know what pSESYNTH is a multi-year funded project. Well, I forgot to, of course, thank INQUA for funding this workshop, this in-person workshop. Hybrid and also IRTA, which is the institution where I'm working on right now to provide the in-house logistics and support. So pSESYNTH is a multi-year funded INQUA workshop, which aims basically at building this first ever, or we believe it's going to be the first ever spatial mental systems database, combining these three themes of types of datasets: paleoclimatic, paleoecology, and archaeology. It's basically focused in the global south for multiple reasons. Those are listed in these slides. We've been facing marginalization from global scientific collaborations. There's an underrepresentation of long-term socioecological studies. And again, all the impacts and stressors that we know global ecosystems are facing are probably not well understood in the region. So we want to bring into the table the global south, both from mobilization of community and data, but also from a scientific point of view. So we want, again, combine these two topics: research-based questions, but also data-driven questions. And in the right-hand side of this slide, we have this schema of how we organize the pSESYNTH project. Basically, it's conceptualizing these three objectives: explore, analyze, and share. So explore is what this interdisciplinary approach and multi-proxy approach can give us about the past mental systems. Then, when we have this database relatively assembled, analyze things among different components, and finally share the outputs. And we're gonna see how we delineate the data sharing and collaboration guidelines, because we organized a workshop and a specific session last year, and we have a document that kind of distills these specifics. Yeah, Colin, excellent. Colin is taking photos here on our live. That's very important. And so the timeline. So we started in 2021 as a single-year funded project that was basically aimed at building the network and formation of the subgroups, and start thinking about how the database is going to be structured. And now we are into this continuation run, including running until 2025, next year already. And we are just right here in this hybrid workshop in Catalonia, in Spain. And the following up stages are basically another hybrid, in-person hybrid workshop in India. So we have to apologize again, or I have to apologize again, because this is a Global South-based project, and the first hybrid workshop is organized in a Global North location. So this is not ideal, we know, and we are aware of that, and due to that, we're gonna organize the next one in India, in collaboration with Charuta's institutions and network. So late or by the end of this year, we want to start, let's say, analyzing the relationships between trajectories of what we have or what we could have been assembling up until now with the database. And then, of course, submit, prepare the manuscripts, anything that could be published with this database. Of course, we're gonna explain into much more detail how we think can be a task force in terms of preparing outputs using the database or anything related with the workshop, because it's not only the database. Is another message that we were giving since day one. We only don't want data from people. We also want ideas, and also want commitment, and there are multiple lines of action that we can achieve with this project. So I've been speaking too much, so just to put faces of who we are and who you are. The coordinators, Manu, Charuta, and Paula recently joined the coordination team. And also we'd like to thank Ignacio Jara, who was also since day one coordinating the submission of the proposal and the initial steps of the project. And up until now, I think this is relatively updated. The list of participants came from, of course, multiple regions in the Global South, but also in the Global North. Most importantly, we have a wide range of topics and expertises within this broad topic of pSESYNTH systems. And now we thought that it could be interesting that people can introduce themselves very briefly, so we all know who we are participating or attending this workshop. So I guess we can start with people here in the room, physically present, and then we can move through the online participants, if this is okay for you. So Karina, okay. Can I go first?
Hello everyone, my name is Karina Said. I'm geology and paleoecology. I'm from Argentina, and I work in the CONICET.
Thank you.
University of UCO.
Thank you, Karina. Welcome. And Karina specifically made it here from Argentina just for a 3-day workshop. So it's impressive, and we have to recognize it. Thanks. Colin.
Morning, everybody. My name is Colin Masafi, and I'm based at the University of Basel in Switzerland. And I'm giving a bit of a talk later today on mixing archaeological data from this paleo-environmental perspective. So that's at 2 p.m. And I'll be here for the full 3 days. So I'm looking forward to thinking about the pSESYNTH kind of integration of data and where this might go. And so thank you for listening.
Thank you, Colin, also for joining us. And I guess if that's okay, I'm gonna go through the people that we can see here from our screen. If that's okay, so be prepared, be ready. Manu, you are.
I'm not prepared. So yeah, hi everybody. So I'm Manu Chevalier. So I'm currently based in Germany, and I joined the pSESYNTH team maybe a year and a half ago. So you'll hear more from me in the next few days, because I'm more on the kind of technology side of it, like building the database and trying to make the data fit into one template. So that's what I'm really contributing on that. I, of course, have a broad interest into the global south. I worked a lot with pollen data, trying to reconstruct climate from Africa, and now trying to work a bit in South America as well. But yeah, my role in this project is really about the database architecture.
Thanks, Manu. Thanks so much. Charuta?
Yeah, so I think Manu saying just data is not reliable. We really are database in the end. So Manu is an important person. So don't let him fool you. He's a very important person, and he has been with us, let's say in spirit since day one, I would say. And later on, he physically joined. So that is something which I wanted to say, Chavi, before I go ahead and do my intro, is we don't want people who are exclusively set in global south itself physically, but we want people who are also mentally in global south. So if they are thinking about global south in any time of the day and thinking about it in a very just way, or thinking about it in from all different multidimensional perspectives, so that's what we want. So don't be apologetic at all if you are located in global south or global north. You're very much global south anyway, even if you are technically located in global north. Okay. So with that, hi, my name is Charuta. Chavi, I, and Ignacio, who were the people who sort of thought of this project. Chavi thought it, then he bounced off ideas to us, and then we started writing this grant together. And it has been a very wonderful journey since then, as Chavi summarized it very briefly. Wonderfully, I am based in India at the moment. There is School of Sustainability at IIT Madras, which is located in the south of India. And we would really love to host you at some point, possibly later this year. We'll discuss that. And my work basically sits at the interface of science and policy. So I'm a geologist, archaeologist, eventually climatology, little bit of so integrating all those skills. I do how landscapes transform across the time, what's the role of people and climate in it, and what we can learn from them in terms of getting some of the region-specific implications in terms of the ecosystem restoration. So my interest is in the application as well. So I think from the global south angle, it is very important how we start managing our landscape more and more efficiently and sustainably. So that's me.
Thanks, Charuta. Thanks so much. And Paula? The next one.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Yeah, my name is Paula. I come from Guatemala, but I'm based in Germany at the University of Braunschweig, and I'm a paleolimnologist. I use multiple aquatic bioindicators to reconstruct the environments, and I do work in the Sabbat Cloud a little bit, and also in Tibet and North and Germany, so a little bit of everywhere. And I just joined this project as a coordinator for the communication and some news that we are going to let you know later on the workshop.
Thanks so much, Paula. We're super happy to have you. And Gerran, hello, welcome.
Hello, thanks for having me in this meeting. Yeah, so to briefly introduce myself, my name is Gerbrand Koren. I'm an assistant professor at Utrecht University in the Netherlands, the Global North. But my mind is indeed sometimes in the Global South. That's a good, I think. So my research is about climate. Sometimes it's about modern climate. I use satellite data for that, but also past climate using paleo proxies. So yeah, let's say my personal mission is a bit to make sure that we can do research together and we can do it in an equitable way that is mutually beneficial for basically for all of us, for participants from the Global North and Global South. And in this workshop, I will have one session, a short session, Friday morning, where I tell a bit more about my plans, how what I've been thinking about, a potential manuscript that we could write and where you could contribute if you're interested. And I need to apologize that I'm teaching a lot these days, so I will be running away quite a bit. Thanks.
That's okay. Thanks so much, Gerran. Arman, Paula, you're the next one.
Hello, I'm Armand Hernandez. I'm a geologist and a paleoclimatologist. I did my PhD some time ago in Chile, in Lake Chungará, studying lake sediments and the ENSO impact in Chile and South America. And well, I'm based on Universidade da Coruña here in northwest of Iberia, also in the global north, but I have this interest in the global south since I did my PhD, and I'm here to help and to try to give you my inputs or my experience or whatever I can. I'm as German, I'm teaching right now, so I'm full of teaching, and I will go and come and well, maybe I disappear for some time, but I'm very happy to be here and try to help.
Thanks so much, Arman. By the way, Arman provided a long list of potential records to be incorporated. So yeah, we'll discuss a little bit during this afternoon's America subgroup session. So thanks, Arman. You're doing great. Thanks so much for being here. Although, and also, we all know that we are busy, especially those who teach. So it's very good that you can still make some time. I think the next one is Sarah. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, this is Sara Saidi. I'm originally Iranian, but I'm based in Southwest Germany in the State Office for Cultural Heritage. And I'm originally or basically botanist, but I do palynology and especially fire ecology and reconstruction in the past fire and past vegetation. But yeah, I do work in Germany, in Europe, East Europe, and also I did my PhD in Iran, and I'm with this project because my heart is in the global south and specifically in the Middle East and in Iran. And I'm really happy to be here.
Thanks, Sarah, and we are happy that you are here. Amila, hello, welcome. You're muted,
Sorry. And hi, good morning to you all, and good afternoon, me and Charuta. And so I am Amila Ratnayaka, and I am from Sri Lanka. And I completed my master's and PhD in Japan. And now I am joined to ULS University Sri Lanka. And so I am originally geologist. And but I do some proxy analysis, especially in the Indian Ocean, and I study paleo monsoon and geohazards and climatic changes, especially in the Indian Ocean and subcontinental areas. And hopefully I can join with these projects in future as well.
Thanks, Amila. Thanks so much. Anika, hi, hello.
Hi, yeah, I'm Annika Herbert. I'm a paleoecologist, paleoclimatologist based at the Australian National University in Canberra. So it's evening for me here. I won't be joining the afternoon sessions. Sorry about that. I'm focusing mostly on large pollen data sets from sort of the larger Indo-Pacific region, and I've also done some work in South Africa. So I've got a bit of a split focus there.
Thanks, Anika. Thanks so much for joining us. The time zone different, and also for bringing in so much data and knowledge about the South Pacific region. Thanks. Sandra, hello. Can see you are.
Hi everyone. I'm Sandra. I'm also from University of Basel, sharing an office with Colin actually. And I'm a paleoecologist, mostly working with ice cores, but recently I also started to measure black carbon in lake sediments, actually in the global south in different regions from New Zealand, Tasmania, South Africa, and even Patagonia. So I'm a little bit all over the place, and I'm super excited to be here and to learn more about what we can achieve with our combined knowledge.
Thanks, Sandra. It's a pleasure. I think the last one, if I'm not mistaken, is Olumide. Can you hear us? Are you here, Olumide? Probably not.
Hello. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I've been battling my internet. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My name is Olumide Onofeso. I'm in Africa. I'm actually in Nigeria. I'm a physical geographer, and I'm very into paleoclimatology. I'm sorry, I've been. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah. We can hear you well. We'll be there.
Okay. I'm a little challenged with internet, so I've been switching from one network to another. Actually,
it's okay.
Sorry about that, but I'll make sure I follow through the program, and I'm trying to make sure I get very well acquainted with paleo studies. So I'm in.
Thank you. Thanks for being there. Okay, so I think there is nobody left out. Okay, so thanks everybody for your short interactions. It's great, and it's also very good to see the wide range of expertises and region of of studies. I realize I did not present or introduce myself. Maybe for some reason, I guess I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah.
I'm Xavi Benito. I'm based in Spain, in Catalonia, here at IRTA. I'm a postdoctoral researcher right now. My background is in aquatic ecology, although I started early in paleolimnology, looking at Holocene changes in different type of aquatic ecosystems from the high elevation mountains to the coast. So I'm covering a little bit of everything that is affected by catchment and regional processes at spatial scale, but also across time. And of course, my heart and mind is located in the Global South because I spent 4 years as a postdoc. Although, again, it's a little bit of funny in the US, but working in tropical South America, looking at Holocene changes and biogeography of bioindicators. So this is why we started this adventure, and more specifically, and with another position that I became, interested that if we don't incorporate the human dimension, we cannot really understand how ecosystems change and how ecosystems evolve through time. So I guess now we can shift gears toward the first session, which is the